What is up, people? So, give me a second. Give me a second. I know. Take too long. Everything's all fucked up. It's not my fault, but it is my fault. But it's not my fault. So, give me 1 second. I will explain everything. So basically, what you're seeing right now is just an issue of having to start completely over. About half hour ago, so. The OBS that I usually use pretty much kept crashing on me, so I switched over. And let me just get this situated so it makes sense to the screen, because nothing is lined up like it was supposed to be. And then I'll get into why the fuck I am over here. We're in this fucking fuck channel. Alright. And I'm pissed. And I have a good idea why I'm pissed. We'll see. Give me 1 second, guys. I know this is a pain in the ass, and I didn't expect to do it, but it made me downscale my all that crap right before I went on, so got to do it all right now. But it's all good because it's the first stream on this channel, so I got to sort everything out anyway. Background for this one. And I can't even see. I see the chat right there. I can see so far. I can see what's up, Minor Manny. What's up, Twitwit? And I know someone else is in there. Just can't see the chat at the moment. Okay, I think I got it. All right, it should suddenly start getting fixed now. All right, maybe not. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start here. We're gonna make that fit. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I gotta kind of do this all over again. I don't really want to, so I'm just gonna take some of this stuff off and just get the stuff on here I need. I'm gonna be done in a half a second now. Give me a sec. Put that over here. I think that's about it. And we should be. Oh, that's still too damn big. I don't know what the hell OBS doing my shit. How about I just do this? Watch this. We're gonna start from scratch, and we'll go from there, and then see what happens. Cause I have no idea why my OBS is flipping out at the moment. So we'll just do this. There we go. So what's up, guys? Again, I do apologize. I definitely did not expect all the headaches and to get on all this shit going again. It's been a while since I actually started from ground. Starting on the OBS system, everything over again, it's all a pain in the ass. But anyway, there are more important things we need to talk about. For instance, let's talk why the fuck my channel got 2 strikes. I got a couple ideas. And, they're going to sound kind of crazy. Sometimes you got to be a little crazy, though, right? Here's the problem. I got 2 strikes in 1 week. Well, 2 weeks. And it wasn't so much that happened that it was like a shocker to me. It was more that who the names I got on there were. And let me make something clear right now. I'm not going to dox anybody, so that ain't going to happen. I'll show you guys the strikes, but I'm not going to show you guys the names. It's only fucking YouTube. I don't give a shit about nothing. Nothing that fucking important to me. Where I feel the need, I gotta to fucking dox somebody for copywriting me. I don't care. But it's eerie as far as I'm concerned. We'll talk about it. We'll see what's up. But let me get this over here so you guys can see the chat this way. All right. Okay. I'm done now. I'm ready. Here we go. Now, I won't have to keep messing with this, and we can start the damn stream. I don't even feel like I can see anything, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't even know who's here. All right. Got the chat. All right. We're good to go. Oh, that was frustrating. All right. And you guys may hear little mutters in the background as my son, who was instructed, he had to stop playing video games, but he decided to disobey. So I'm going to break his Xbox Live tonight. It's going to be great. All right. What's up, Bernie? I'm going to put that link out there right now. Ooh, that's definitely not the link. What the fuck is that? I definitely want to put that in the chat. Is that the link? That's crazy. And you guys will be happy to know that I finally got the volume control back. I don't know. I'm not sure what Google Hangouts was doing, but they gave that back to the options that we get. All right, perfect. All right, now get my chat back. I'm gonna put the link out there right now. I love all the hashtags. I guess that's the Hangout. I don't know why it looks so long. But yeah, open panel. I have absolutely nothing to talk about. I just mainly wanted to get on here and start and just explain what the hell's going on, and you guys to know where I'm going to be at for a minute. Why? I guess the smart thing to do is to not take the chance of losing my channel. But at the same time, I now have a channel that I can talk all the shit I want, and that channel doesn't have to worry. And that's ultimately what we're here for. Okay, so I already had, I already expressed to you guys that, I had another channel that I was making, and it was basically different than my Sean G channel. And because of the situation, obviously I'm going to use this channel the same as the Sean G channel, but the reason that I made this channel was to call out all the flat earthers that I feel need to be called out. And of course, it's my opinion. Nothing is solid, and no one has to be like, oh, well, he's calling that out. Oh, no. The realization is that I feel that there are certain people out there that are a little disingenuous when it comes to flat Earth. For what reason, I have no clue. That's mainly what I'm digging for. I really want these answers because it doesn't make any sense to me. Trying to do something in the background while I'm talking, but okay. Here. So yeah, that's what this channel is for. It's 100% was going to be calling people out, and it kind of seems fitting that the past couple streams, 3 or 4 streams, shit, that I've had that have gone that way, where Mind of God, Chris Berry, Seek and Find, and newly to the group, Ali B. I can let you know, Ali B, if you're in the background, don't even come on my panel. We got issues, man. And we ain't talked it out yet, and I ain't going to do it on my live stream. But you guys really have been pushing my buttons. And whether or not it's on purpose or not, that's enjoy. That's on you guys. I mean, good on you. I don't really mind. You could keep doing it if you like. The issue is that at some point, you poke the bear enough, shit happens. And I feel that you guys have done enough that it's time. You guys are definitely, I wouldn't say representative of Flat Earth, but I got to start somewhere, right? But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, Seek and Find, that you'll ask me a question 75 times and it not register in your head. But, that's here nor there. But let's get to these strikes real quick so I can get this out there. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about the human sheeple situation and what's going on with that. Well, guess what? I put all of them in my server. Select few have the role to actually see this channel that's there. If you want one in the Discord, just DM me so I can individually give you these roles, because I don't want a lot of people having the roles at once. Believe it or not, I have a system with these things, so if they did get out, I will kind of know the group that did it, so keep that in mind. But I don't mind everyone seeing it, but I kind of want to keep it on the, as the little amount of people seeing it until I get the upload ready. But there's also more than I have in that Discord server, but it's there. So what happened is Human Sheeple basically hits me up, or actually we were debating in the Ice Wall server on Discord, and I fucking ran over him using the Coriolis. Happened to be just the same, that next day after me and Chris had gone through it for 2 days. And what ends up happening is he ends up start doing the 24/7 thing, where he starts muting you and not letting you get any words out, or just being human sheeple, basically 24/7. And so what ends up happening is I end up going and taking off. Got sick of it. I knew what was going on. I'm not going to handle that shit. And he DMs me. And he DMs me something funny. It was weird. He DMs me my information. My name, my age, my address, blah, 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 phone number, the whole 9. And he lets me know that he's had this for a while. And, he saves them. He has a lot of others, is exact words. And then he, the big thing that he says that I don't even get why he told me is he says, oh yeah, and by the way, I'm the one who doxed IPS. He says it's because IPS threatened his family. Don't even know if anyone knows he has a family. I have no clue. I didn't even know that even happened. But, he willingly said it at least 3 times in the DMs. And I basically told their admin. Admin didn't give a fuck at all. And they kicked me from the server. And ever since then, started getting strikes. And the people that I'm getting these strikes from are, how do you say, same group as our 3 irritating flat earthers. But, I'm not blaming, but I'm blaming, so fuck it, right? But here nor there, I mean, I've been pouring bombed, I've been sniped. You're not fucking stopping me, so good luck with that, guys. Let's do this. The only good part about it is I can be triggered, but I'll be your best friend tomorrow. Except for Allie. Allie, we're going to talk before you ever step a foot on my fucking panel again. Because whatever game you're pulling, my friend, is a funny game. And I'm calling it all out. This is the ridiculous part, guys. One of the things that a lot of the flat earthers need to understand, and I'm not this isn't ego. This isn't me trying to say, being cocky about it. It's literally, I was a flat earther, whether you believe it or not. I don't care. But I see every argument you're going to make before you even make it. And the problem with that is that I don't care about all those bullshit things. All that shit that's happened in the past 2 or 3 days, you think they took over my shit? Hell no. I let that fucking shit happen. Why? Because it's time people start understanding they need to be breaking down the information they get, especially they need to be breaking down the sources they're getting it from. Because let's all think about this. You guys think we're parroting. You think we're just following the word, right? Well, the problem with that is if that is the case, well then you got to remember, see, you're getting your information from Eric Dubé and this guy named Matt Powerland, right? Is that it? That's what I don't understand. That's like the thing that blows my fucking mind, and I didn't realize it until like a month ago, and it pisses me off again. What's up, Mind of Manny? How you doing, sir? What's up, Charlie? What's up, Flat Earth? What's up, Grizz? I think that's it. It's just the fact that you don't want us to trust professionals, scientists, astronomers, NASA officials. You don't want us to trust anybody. But you trust Eric Dubé and this guy and Matt Powerland. I'm pretty sure that's his name, right? And then you got these branches of them: Nathan, Patricia, Mark Sargent, Dirt, whatever the fuck his name is these days. You got to remember, I'm not saying that everyone's like this. I know a lot of flat earthers that I know for a fact aren't fucking stupid, and they're not lying. It's just there's something there, or you just haven't figured it out. That's fine, and they ask questions, and they're cool. And I have nothing to do with this. Has nothing to do with them. This has nothing to do with flat Earth. This has everything to do with those flat earthers. Just remember that, okay? Because all this shit that's changing now is funny to me. Everything's starting to sway. All the flat earthers are starting to get angry again for some odd reason. I'm not sure if Jose sees it, but I'm seeing it. And the funny part is the second we tell them, and I've heard Jose say this as well. I know what you're going to say. You remember how they say it to us? Well, we know what you're going to say, guys. Not only do we know what you're going to say, but we at some point in our time try to make things work. I tried to understand how I can make space travel work. And that fucked with me for a long time. But the realization is that once you realize that is not possible, and what you're trying to figure out, you have to move on. A lot of people don't move on. Chris has been pushing and pushing and pushing for his atmosphere to prove some shit. And all he does, and realize this, all he's doing is uploading definitions of these phenomena that we see. It says flat. That's not proof. We know that. It's a joke. Honestly, the only reason I even did the reaction thing or whatever is because I'm got a new editor and I want to keep practicing on it. It's fun. But hey, to each their own. It's funny to me that their tactics about doing this is the way it is, and all the the big servers 24/7 who has a debate team, guys. They're even them. I've called them all out. I don't give a fuck anymore. I honestly do want to start debating flat earthers. Not my friends. Why? Because I don't feel the need to get in an argument over some bullshit. But there are flat earthers that I want to debate because they are running bullshit narratives. And a lot of people don't know me. A lot of people, you guys kind of just saw me, whether it be through the interviews when I left Flat Earth, or me a little bit here and there, or some of you been around the whole time, and thank you. But yeah, I don't know what they're expecting. I've never ran like this narrative that anybody's talking about. It took me fucking over 2 years to figure out where I live and comfortably do it without questioning whether or not I understood something. I don't understand it all, but I understand more than enough now that I can confidently say where I know where I live. And I only really need to give a couple things that work. The horizon. You guys can fight about that. That's fine. But the horizon. But we know exactly what we're looking at because what we were told is the exact same thing as what we observe. And then we test, and it keeps working. But every time we ask you guys to provide some evidence, what happens? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make, seriously, seek and find. Anybody, come get on the panel and explain this to me. Forget providing evidence for anything. Just explain to me why no evidence, fuck it, your evidence, everything that you have as your evidence, that you believe you have verified, does it equal anywhere near the amount of evidence, pure evidence, that millions observe? Which one is it more logical to look into to understand? And I heard Barney talking earlier, and he was saying the shit is this is as real as it gets. He said the best thing about flat Earth, and I agree with this, is it does open your eyes to more things that you really need to focus on. When I came around flat Earth, we were talking about how the government's fucking they're filling their pockets. That's when I started really getting into the geoengineering stuff. I mean, there's a lot of shit that was going on we were talking about. Now there's almost groups that don't want anything to do with you unless you are talking flat Earth. The mind of God runs around acting like fucking flat Earth globe is going to be the fucking next apocalypse. And if that's the case, if I were him, I'd really figure out the globe so he can switch sides. Because that doesn't even make sense. Guys, this is why martial law and our weapons will never be like this big, huge thing. Because even if they said, we're taking your guns, and we said, we're going to kill you if you come at us with our guns, you know what they're going to do? They're going to drop one bomb and it's going to take everyone out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know what I mean? But that's like exactly what the fuck they do every time they get on my panel with their flat Earth evidence. And then every time they get on, they always have it. Every time. Matter of fact, if you guys paid attention yet last week, Ali B is convinced in 2 weeks he's going to be rich. And the crazy part is I that second he said that, I knew there was a problem. Ali B may be a fake. And I say that I don't even explain 100% because I feel like I'm not going to bullshit about anybody. I don't give a fuck. My job here is not to baby and hide shit about people that I think. Now, you guys can call me a shill and an agent just because they're words and, it makes you feel better and maybe it makes you, I don't know, justifies why I'm not a flat. I don't even know. But here's the reality of it. If someone's not willing to tell the truth, isn't that kind of shilly? If someone is teaching your friends, and in some cases family, stuff that doesn't even make sense to you and you've been in Flat Earth longer, but you don't say nothing, doesn't that feel kind of shitty? Like that's just shit that doesn't make sense to me. You guys can say I'm convinced or I'm brainwashed or I'm indoctrinated, but the reality of it is am I or are you? Because believe it or not, if we took the shape out of it, I bet I agree with more would be flat earthers on everything if we rounded it all up. The problem is that there's those little things that I don't agree with. But that's what almost like got me there. It was like, oh shit, I can find out a lot of good shit in here. And, I can't imagine a globe. So yeah, it's got to be flat. That's what I see. But at the same time, I took the time to actually learn. Like, I sought out these smart motherfuckers that could teach me some shit. And not just teach me what you guys think is this physics homework bullshit type of learning. Like, I'm asking him questions. And even when I was like at my deepest flat earth, and I was like, and I figured out that lingo. Because, again, you have to learn how to have this talk if you don't know against someone who thinks they know. You do have to figure out a way to word salad it almost. It's crazy to have to put that as a game plan, but it is. And when you're hearing the information, it's under the guides that, basically, we haven't had time. But in the meantime, let's talk about why the globe has these issues. And that's going to be our proof for right now. But the problem is there's not proof. There's still not proof at all. Because if it was proof, we could have a talk. We wouldn't be getting frustrated. We wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be... Like, I want to meet a flat earther that looks at some fucking evidence and goes, oh, shit. I still think it's flat, but I got to look at this. This is... yeah, you know what? This doesn't work on a flat earth. I need to look into that. You know how long it's been since I've heard that? You know how pissed I'd be if I was the only 100% non-biased, honest flat earther at the time? That would be embarrassing. Not for me. Not for me at all. But, again, show me one clear cut. We're not... Fuck this debating. Fuck brainstorming. Like, show me one actual bit of evidence for a flat earth, and we'll talk. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, I get if flat earth is as close to what your reality perceives to you. But at the same time, you got to remember, like, there are these people that it's like you're all not the same. We all know that. If we were all the same, it'd be one thing, you know. It'd be like, all right, flat earthers, yeah, you know, they wear blue, whatever. As long as they're not killing nobody, as long as they're not drinking, oops, as long as they're not. But it's this little thing that's blown up, and then you got people like Mind of God going, you know, it's gonna be a war one day. This is good. This is real. And it's just not that way. And that's the crazy part to me. I mean, I just don't get it. How do you? It's just crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, so it's it's where I'm at when it comes to this channel. That's what this channel was for. I mean, I'm gonna do everything I was before. I have no idea when I get my channel back, but like I pretty sure I showed some. I know I showed a few people. Basically, let me go ahead and show you guys right now. Unfortunately, I can't show you the actual because you guys, most of you guys will know if you guys get a copyright strike. And it's like, you know, like a strike. You get all their information. So I have these people's information, and there's no way in hell I'm going to just dox somebody. That's bitch. I don't care. Fuck. I mean, nothing anybody on this internet can do to me that's gonna make me do that to them. Put it that way. So some of you gotta be mad at me for it. I don't. Oh well. But it's not how I roll. Give me 1 second. I'll show you guys this. Because I want to, the main thing I want to do is I want it to be known that I know what's going down. Because, again, I mean, I think I told a couple people the names on here, and I mean, they're names that, you know, they happen to be in that little tight little group that's been coming by in their little circle. And it seems that, you know, the ass kicking of human sheeple and the ass kicking of Chris is kind of getting to him now. Let me see, where did I put it? I think I put it. Let me see. All right, perfect. I think I found it. Like I said, I was not. I knew I wanted to go on because I gotta let the show the show roll on. But at the same time, I didn't have time to get anything ready. So bear with me, guys. I do apologize. What's up, Barney? How you doing, sir?
Hold on, I'm gonna put it on.
Hey, what's up? There you go. I got my controls back. I can mess with the volume and stuff now. It's awesome. Well, the last few hangouts we've been doing, I haven't had the volume controls on the right side. I haven't had those. So like everyone's kind of just been talking at their own whim. Yeah, but so you hear my rant. It was fun. But that's my mission. I have to show that those three, especially those three, are just wrong in the way they answer things. Apparently, pay attention to things. I don't know. It's more disrespectful, if anything, when you think about it. Because what was it? Last stream, Mind of God said, ramping up. He said bulge. He said, what was the other one? I forget what it was. Damn, it was actually. You know what? The sad part is I have it written down right here. I was like, I knew this was gonna come up, and I guys, I do have an upload coming for that, but you'd be surprised how many times those guys repeat themselves and just divert a conversation. I think it took Mighty God what hour and a half to answer. He didn't know about the boat after jumping in head first for it. It was crazy. Are you serious? You know what? Where the hell did it go? Ah, I see. I bet they can hear you now.
Can you hear me now, live chat?
Well, he didn't even say anything, and you guys could see that. I've been ranting again. Yeah, I'm messing with all my settings right now, so it's a pain in the ass because I have to use a different what do you call it, the stream key.
So
So everything I started everything over. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, yeah, I do
I
think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know what you're trying to do, but from what I've seen from Flat Earth Hangouts, from the Discord, from here, um, they're literally counting on it. They're counting on that when they call it a bulge, or when they call it tramping up, or when they throw something like that at you, you'll bite. You'll start. You think you're attacking them, but it seems as though you're defending yourself. And they have like 20 different tools in their tool set to derail the conversation. And I haven't found a better way of dealing with that than just saying, okay, if I understand what they're talking about, contextualizing it to be clear that when they say ramping up, when they say bulge, they mean individual field. They mean on the 2D projection on the back of your eye, right? That it's getting closer to the middle of your eyesight, and that's enough. In that case, you can just, if you contextualize that, you can just let them go with their ramping up and their bulge and all that. But if you are set on responding to that kind of dishonesty every time it's brought up, then you have given them a leash that they can tug on you whenever they get stuck. Whenever they get confronted with something that they know they cannot do, they can just go ahead and trigger you, derail the conversation, and let you turn it into a fight, right?
You want to know what the worst part is? I know that. Like, I did it for a year. I think the and I used to do it to my best friend, Lewis. Like, I looked for Lewis at times because I knew I could get a certain amount of information out, but at some point, I can get him frustrated. I don't know if it'll work now. He's calmed down a lot over that year, but a year ago he was so aggressive with debating a flat earther that right off the gate I know no matter what we're talking about, I just got to get you irritated a little bit, and it's all over for it. And that is the flat Earth way. That's I mean, and it's not. And that's the thing. A lot of people aren't doing it disingenuously. Like, I think that's the word I'm looking for. They're not doing it on purpose. Like they're not. They are doing it on purpose. They're not. They're not going flat Earth is fake, but I'm gonna f with this person. It's a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
and some use it as an offense, which is the problem.
And just to make it clear, that's not a flat Earth problem. I've seen Globers in these very hangouts
Oh
do the
yeah.
same thing.
Oh, my biggest thing when I first became a flat earther, the main thing was because people were like, "Well, we're telling you this, we're telling you that," and what they didn't even realize was how wrong they were, because they'd say something to us, and we go look it up, and it's like, dude, that's so wrong, it's insane. Put it this way: anybody who's been in the flat earth for about 2 to 3 years, they're probably done researching. They're not even looking at new stuff anymore, but they really got a key on those triggers, those those issues, those things that they can bring up that will just fumble up anybody who isn't 100% confident in what they know. Because you realize that they're not debating anyone who's calm, respectful, 100%, confident that they understand how to explain things. Like they don't ever debate them. I realized that right away. I was like, damn, why aren't we bringing in these professors that are lying? Why don't we have them come debate and shit like that? And it was never. I didn't get answers. And the dominoes
Yeah.
fall from there. And that's the realization. I mean, man, I get it. I 100% get it. You want it to be flat. Like, you want to be right. But I'm going to tell you now, it felt better to be wrong because I got to learn the right. And an advantage to me, advantage to Jose is I now know two ideas very well. I don't know everything about the globe, but I'm learning. I know bits and pieces enough, I believe. And I know the rhetoric, I guess you would call it, of flat Earth. Your arguments to me I watched them turn left and right. As you're turning left and right, I'm watching it in millimeters and seconds, and I just wait to pounce because it's the frustrating part that I think turns a lot of globe believers angry, where it's how does so and so work? Oh, so and so works like this. Oh, no. How does so and so like? We can't do circles around this one question, even though I'm willing to. But at the same time, that I realize you guys are doing it on purpose now. They know that I will just stall a show if they start doing that, and so they did it. Congratulations, good on them. I mean, it gave me a lot of good content for the for this channel. It's gonna be wonderful. But it is what this channel was for. I 100% had plans for it, and just they pushed me to it, and just so happens that I have to use it anyway. But the plan is, what I'll do is I'm probably gonna do like a little 1 minute, 2 minute little clip on Sean G, because I can upload there. I just can't live stream. So right when I live stream, just throw it up on the Sean G channel, and then hope everyone comes through, and everyone likes and shares and gets the word out for me. Because I mean, I don't even know how long they're gonna be restricted my live stream. I have no clue. I know I have I think it's 90 days to clear both strikes. I can probably get a little bit faster. I think a month off, or maybe if I do the school, which I'm halfway done through, and it's like A, B, and C, easy shit. But I don't know.
You didn't shout this hangout out on Shanji.
No. I this one I couldn't. I was going to. That's what was taking so long. It wouldn't render, so I didn't expect too much out of this one. Like I said, I had to start everything over. Like it wasn't just to come back and just click and click. I thought it would be, but I forgot that I had to do all the encoder stuff, and so this one didn't run as smoothly as I wanted to. But then again, I ain't gonna lie, I'm addicted to being online. I needed to be here. I didn't care. But yeah, it's now my goal. I definitely know the ones I'm pinpointing, and I've already talked to a lot of flat earthers that I know, and they, honest to God, they actually agree that I should question them. They want to know, and that makes me happy. At least they're questioning people. Did you watch the Jeranism transit?
The Sun Transit? Yeah. I love that he's being called a flat Earth shill.
Well, the thing is that's the thing. If you wanted to find one, that's going to be what it looks like. The closest we're going to find, at least. Because he's seen that thing 3 times now. And each time he has a reason to not believe.
And that's one of those things where I'm kind of fine with that, right? I don't mind his personal disbelief as long as he brings about an argument for why he doesn't believe, or at least tries to construct one that can be evaluated, right? And he does. He brings about the argument for lights not being visible, but on daylight having this awesome resolution of seeing things. And for me, that's a non-issue. That's just a matter of exposure of video.
Well,
If you take longer exposure per frame, you get those amazing videos where you can see the lights and you can see the northern lights, the what's it called? Right?
which is
The auroras
oh yeah.
and all of those things and the stars. Yes, and those things are immensely sped up because you need longer exposure to catch light that dim, because sun is immensely bright, and when sun shines something up, you either need to um, lower your aperture or shorten your exposure. The thing about video cameras is they have a fixed exposure, right? They have the exposure, maximum exposure of 1 frame per frame. If it's 60p, if it's 60 frames HD, that means they have 1/60th of a second to catch all the light they can, and no more. And that's why you see a black screen. So I understand why the videos don't show the lights that he expects, but at least he has an argument that you can evaluate, right? And the fact that he doesn't believe, sure, if that's his position, if that's his sincere belief, I can see how hard it would be to kind of flip from one to the other. But I very much like huge kudos for going out there and capturing the video of the transit, taking the effort to make the video as good as possible, even with the wind, even with everything, taking the effort of showing that what is transiting has the appropriate shape on both the moon transit, on the moon transit and the solar transit, and showing the method by which he got it, how he got the coordinates, how he got the right, how he got the video, everything.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. That's like it's that is proper science. That's not science on the level of he's not an academic scientist or a laboratory scientist contributing to the world knowledge, but he is doing localized civilian
What is
proper
it?
science.
It's called civilian science. That's what it's called. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
A civilian
exactly.
scientist. There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually a
And,
term. It actually is a job, I guess. I don't know what you would call it.
and despite the disagreement, huge props to him for that, and especially for again for the backlash that he's getting from his own community.
Yeah. Yeah. There's- Whew. Yeah, well, that's a because you know his experiment on the documentary, that was the tipping point for me. That was like the okay, well, there we go. Oh, it's not flat. That's it. No more. That was the last day I put flat as a Granger in my brain. It just was not possible after that. And I told people that too. There's too many tests that aren't even coming out. If what's that all about? What Ali said? What 2 weeks? Why 2 weeks? Let's do this now. There's like at least I've seen at least 10 flat earthers with the same like thing they're walking around with. Like, wait, you'll see, it's coming. You'll see, it's on its way. It's like they all got a memo saying, the proof is on its way.
That's fine. I don't care if it's proof of flat Earth. I want to see it. If it's evidence for flat Earth, I want to see it. I just want you to report your findings, whatever they are.
Well,
What was the methodology that you used? How did you try to determine it? What was it that you were trying to see, measure, observe? What do you think it means? What were your conclusions? All of that's fine. We can disagree on the conclusions, but the methodology and the observations themselves, if they align with you, awesome. If they don't align with you, they even if you still believe the Earth is flat, those things are telling you something about reality.
Yep.
Right? Regardless of whether it's a globe or flat or a pretzel, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are telling you, you have observed reality, you have measured reality. There is something in reality which comports to your measurements. Report the measurements and report the method, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
See what it lines to. Sorry.
And the thing is there's a lot of people out there that are willing to help flat earthers that, obviously, a lot of people need help doing these tests that, aren't in the field or don't have the means. And it's, I like, for instance, Uber Flat Earth. I'm not sure how many people know him. He's a good buddy of mine. They're planning on doing another salt and sea test, with this one being more structured. I think is the way he's explaining it to me. He wants it to be more, everyone is in on it rather than it being groups. Because I guess the last time they went, it was groups of flat earthers that kind of just scattered into groups, part of the teams, and it kind of just, half the people don't know what's going on over there, vice versa. So he wants to do a test where everyone's a little bit more involved. Yeah, so it's. Oh, sorry. Remember what I was talking about. The issue that I'm having is their evidence, and it's going to sound like I'm picking on him, and I am, Chris Berry. He constantly provides probably the blurriest, crappiest footage, and he uses that as his evidence. And again, he's not using it as evidence for. Well, he is using it for evidence of flat Earth, but he's only using it as it's only evidence of phenomenons that we know happen. We explain how they happen, and it's just it doesn't make sense. Like, if I remember correctly, from his very first conversation about his idea, it was that the atmosphere is the reason we see boats appear to go over a curve, down a curve, beyond a curve, however you want to say it. And now he's to the point where he's trying to tell us that refraction can happen just on flat ground, like just flat. And it's like, okay, you're right, but what do you see when it's happening on flat terrain? What do you see when it happens on hilly terrain? What happens when you're out on a lake and it's 100 degrees? What happens on a lake when it's 50 degrees? And he doesn't know. And the problem he doesn't know is because Chris doesn't do any of these things. Chris snags YouTube clips and puts them together. I guess he's a musician. Musician. I guess he made his last music on his thing. So, good on him on that. I can't do that. But, it doesn't make your evidence any more evidence. You know what I mean? It's your presentation it supports your evidence. Your presentation isn't supposed to carry your evidence. But that's what I've been trying to get through to you, Chris. Like, I didn't know shit about refraction, so you could have came at me and I would have been all ears. But every time you say no to things that are blatantly obvious, it made me realize that you're not there to find out what's going on. You're there to prove what you think is going on, regardless of what's going on. And that's, we need free thinkers, but that's dangerous when you're promoting that to people left that can't go do these things, and they have to take it for face value. So all they're hearing right now, Chris, is a flat earther and a glober who used to be a flat earther arguing about some shit, rather than learning about it, applying it to their everyday life or not, but at least not having to worry about if what's what, because me and you are arguing about it. And the realization, Chris, is I'm not trying to figure shit out. I am literally looking at Wikipedia, science, little science websites like that, and then I see the information, and then I can doodle. I'll even show you all my I'll even show you all my doodles, all my computer stuff that I've been making these little models out of. Like I make sure the things that I'm keep pulling from that are correct at least. And if I'm wrong, I swear I'll say I'm sorry. You can ask anybody. I'm sorry. Fuck it. But that whole I'm right, you're wrong is crazy. Especially because me and him did almost a whole stream calling the mirage a refraction as if it was the term for what we were seeing. in Metal, I think it was Metal came in and corrected us, and he was saying, refraction is the illusion, the mirage that's happening, but there are types of refraction, and that's what really got me looking into it, and that's when I realized, oh crap, Chris told me that refraction has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. And then I looked into it, and I tried to get it out there yet last stream, but it was kind of a shit show, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to stop it right away, so I let it go, and I'm happy for it actually. But it's the way the Earth is shaped explains the mirages, these phenomena that we do see on a globe. Like it can't be flat if these are the things that explain these mirages. It's impossible. Impossible. And they're little things. It's not even like the biggest thing in the world. Let me go ahead and show you. Let me see where it is. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. I caught myself being muted before I started talking. Like I said, I did say I would show you guys this stuff, so I did want to remember that because it popped in my brain. These are the two strikes, so everyone knows that me and Chris didn't get in like a debate and I lost my channel to him. No, not even close. Matter of fact, that is 100% still out there, Chris. And I didn't even realize it, dude. I've been putting a lot of time into this, especially compared to your channel, and I'm still willing to do it. I'll put my channel up against your channel any day of the week, any day, Let's do this, Chris. Come on, man. Come on, man. But anyway, oh shit. Hang on 1 second, because that just reminded me of what I was trying to get. Hang on. It's weird. I don't have any of my files in the right spot. It's like starting over. I feel like this is like the first time I've been on here again. Where is it? Damn it. I was trying to find those clips, but I don't think I put them in the box yet. Let me see. Alright, I can't find anything right now. And I just talking to myself, so I'll stop doing that. It's wouldn't you guys, as flat earthers out there, wouldn't you guys like your quote unquote representatives to be accountable for what they're representing you? I think that's kind of why flat earth is so everywhere. Like, it's not very many people have the same, idea of what flat earth is like, unless they're in the same group. Even then, they still probably have differences. But more importantly, it's the realization is you guys have to do a lot of trusting in these people that think they know what's going on that represent you, because that's why everyone thinks everything's the same, because there's only a few representatives of flat Earth that are speaking out, and they're giving wrong information. Why aren't you stepping up to them saying, hey, how does that work? Explain exactly how you decided that works for a flat Earth, because I'm a flat earther and I want to know. I never got that answer. I hope to God, you guys are. If you are, please pass it along. All right, I gotta fix one of my screens. Ugh, damn it. Like, everything's all weird. So like every time I want to go and share the link, like, I keep forgetting that the link isn't in the same screen it's going to be in. So that's why I haven't been sharing it so often, because I usually am staring right at that link, so it reminds me to put it out there. But I have the Hangouts on the other screen because of everything going off flippy floppy on my computer. But that link is now out there. Yeah. Perfect. What's up, Metal? Hey, what's up there, True Blue? Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna run that long. Like I said, guys, I just wanted to get this going. Like, I needed, I know how it works. A lot of the times people just find us here because they just search, flat Earth, and because it's in the title, they get to the channel. So, hopefully a lot of people are new and they come on in and hang out and put their opinions on, maybe even jump on the panel. That's cool. Always an open panel, open topic, basically. If you don't really know who I am, then you'll learn eventually. Just know that I do demand respect on my panels. If not, then you guys want to, act damn fools. My boy Barney here, the bouncer. No, I'll end it. I'll end the hangout. I'd rather end the hangout and everyone leave happy and come back another day and having more to discuss. But yeah, I'll end these hangouts. It's happened a few times. I don't mind doing it because a lot of people don't really know it very much. But like, there comes a certain point in the live stream where I shut down. I get tired. My hand, like, I'm constantly scanning different screens, so like my eyes start hurting, and I kind of start shutting down. And like, sometimes I'll get that second wind. Most of the time I get the second wind and no one even notices. But those days, like, there was at least 2 days where I was really getting a bunch of information for a couple of these uploads I have. And luckily my boy Barney was here, and he kind of took over the keep the room calm role, and gave me a lot of time to do a lot of research. And I appreciate that, Barney. Chris won't, but I do. I definitely do appreciate it. I needed that time to learn a little bit more about refract. Like, this whole time I've been debating with him, I thought I knew enough. I don't know shit. I still don't, like, and that's now my argument. Like, dude, forget what it proves. You don't know shit. Just admit that. That's all I want. Just admit you don't know what the F you're talking about. You're on training wheels, and we'll let you keep going, man. We'll even help you out. But yeah, him and Ali have some explaining to do. I don't take being disrespected very well, so we'll see how that works. I mean, they're more than welcome to come on here, but they're gonna have to answer to me about it, because I got triggered. Damn it. But I've been saying it for weeks. I'm gonna start doing this. There's no reason. If you come on my panel, you're gonna get respect. Period. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. But if you start acting like this is a game, like where you're pawns, I'm gonna edit this out. I'm gonna take these little pieces out, and I'm gonna show it to everyone, so everyone can understand where evidence turns into sidestepping, or evidence turns into just straw man. Like, all these things that I don't think a lot of Globers actually see, that I see just plain as day. A lot of people see it. It's just a group or someone who sees it but doesn't understand what's going on, or it just got here, basically. Because I don't care who you are. we've already seen that astrophysicists can look stupid to Mark Sargent. Mark Sargent lost that debate, but like he still looked like he was supposed to be there. Like that's how off the wall flat Earth is to these professionals that I don't even think it could be anywhere near a lie. It's too much.
Oh, one kind of semi-related thing. While I was away for this last week or so, I was in Vienna, and I took my kids to the Technical Museum, the Museum
Oh,
of
nice.
Science and Technology in Vienna. It's gorgeous. It's huge. We went for 2 days and barely saw half of it, but there is a whole wing dedicated to scientific research, electrics, quantum physics, gravity, like all the way from way back when, from the
Oh,
beginnings to now. The experiments that people were doing, the people that experiments, the experiments that people are doing now. They have the Foucault's pendulum. They have brilliant demonstrations, like hands-on experiments that you can try yourself to kind of see the unintuitive effects of these things. They have the vacuum tube that you can fill with air or empty of air and then drop a feather and a stone and see what happens. They have the Coriolis effect machine, which is one of the best that I've seen yet, where they
damn.
you spin it up and you put water from the edges to the center, and the most unintuitive thing happens, which is the Coriolis effect, that as it comes closer it
It's a
starts
dodgy trick.
overtaking the spin of the circle, and you look at it and it looks almost unreal, but you're there, you're looking at the water, you can, right, you there there is no possible way they could be faking it. And so, if there is a science and technology museum near you, if they do have hands-on experiments, I do strongly recommend anybody to just go and try their hands at seeing how these things were explored with which machines. And I am so set on recreating some of these for myself.
Yeah,
But
man, I looked into how to do that, and just recreating an experiment is it's hard to set up, man. At least for me, shit.
it depends on which effect. So some of the experiments have been refined over the years. You can see the initial setup by the people, like measuring the acceleration, figuring out that there is an acceleration and at which rate things fall, and like you don't have the time, without a clock, without lasers, without anything, just a wooden frame. You don't have the time to measure those things accurately,
Yeah, yeah.
so you slant them and you let the balls roll down a slant and you measure the vertical component, and right, you're kind of setting things up in a way to make it available to you. And when you go through the history of these experiments, you can see how they've literally been trying to cheat nature to reveal its secrets, right? Everything that's hard to see, everything that's too fast, everything that's too small, everything that's too far, too dim, right? How we as the species of humans have been trying to kind of take apart these things and figure out how they work by hundreds upon hundreds of generations of brilliant people. And
That's yeah, man. I wish like I have like a science and technology here in San Diego, but I know it's nothing compared to what you just. I just looked at the website. We have like a petting zoo compared to your guys' science and technology, museum. Ours has like a few things. Like they need to step up their game because That probably would have helped me out a lot, when I was younger too. We didn't have things cool like that. This makes sense. I'm jealous. Like I showed my son a VCR. Ooh, blew his mind. What the heck is all that? You put a brick in there? Why? He doesn't even get it. Nowadays, kids don't even rent a what? Why don't we just watch Netflix? Ah, Barney, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Getting kind of hungry. I'm happy the stream seems to be rolling pretty good. I don't think it shut down on me at all. But yeah, I got some more uploading or editing and uploading to do. Um, but I mainly wanted to just get everyone here, everyone sub to the channel. I know this stream was kind of just laid back. It was relaxed today. Again, I just wanted everyone to know I'm here. I'm not done. Matter of fact, if anything, I'm kind of happy this happened because I kind of let myself get ran over for the past 2 weeks, and I'm done. I don't want to be ran over by those four people. Will no longer get that free pass here. Any other flat earther, you're more than welcome. Trust me, it's not a flat Earth thing. It is personal with these guys because they have personally just decided to disrespect me, and I didn't like it very much. So, got to do it the Truth Army way.
Just don't let them derail the conversation.
Exactly.
If you let them in, just let them pick a topic and then make sure they stay on that one topic. Like
Yep.
the biggest enemy that I've seen in the last few hangouts were the Globers jumping in over themselves, running 6 different conversations and trying to look smart and just buying them time.
Oh yeah.
Buying them
Oh.
hours of time to not answer the question.
Oh, Barney. Remember, I wasn't like I wasn't playing. I'm literally like what probably 2 hours deep into that live stream, and most of it's mind of God and trying to answer the boat question, and everyone else just jumping in right when it's time for him to answer something. And I'm gonna point it out. It needs to be done. And the thing is again, I'm not. This isn't to be spoken for. All flat earthers are like this. There are a lot of flat earthers that are not like this, and they are irritated by people like this. Like they're trying to figure shit out, and they're being pushed into this quote unquote model that they don't even know anything about because no one explains anything to them. It's just whoever has the bigger channel pushes that model. The working flat Earth model that somehow works without a model. Um, it's it's just frustrating. Like just that one thing I thought about, and I swear I never thought about this until 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Holy shit, we're not supposed to trust science, scientists, astronomers, just no professionals. We're not supposed to trust them. But Eric Dubé and this Matt Powerland guy, they're gonna run this narrative because no one else got this information from anyone else besides those guys. So
Yeah, and by mere assertion, by them saying so, by them saying, well, this doesn't make sense to me, therefore it's flat. How is it flat? So which everything that I see comports to a flat Earth. Which flat Earth? How do you define flat Earth? What flat Earth are you talking about? Which coordinate system? Just give me something that I can stick my pen into and kind of calculate and get those numbers that I can compare to the measurements. Anything, and we're set to go. And I don't care if it's wrong, and you can try again. Just give me anything tangible. Just merely asserting that it's so is nothing. It's thin air. Like if all the scientists are lying and are dishonest and everything, they're still giving us 100% more than like
yeah,
not
yeah,
100%, infinitely more than.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Um, the I prefer the honest approach I don't know is probably the most honest thing anybody's going to be able to ever say in their life. I don't know. I think a lot of them have a problem with it, and they need to let go with their ego. That's ego, 100%. You should. Well, you. I think it was you, Barney, who told me you have to know. You have to efficiently know how something works to begin to understand how to re-engineer it to show it doesn't work. And it's like I have not met anybody in flat Earth capable of any that has done any of that. Not even these steps to it. Riley wants the scientific method. I ask him about the scientific method, and he derails. He kind of diverts the conversation, and it's like that's your biggest push. That science isn't done right, but never has to answer to that. I they need to be answered to it. And here's the thing: flat earthers, they got those questions too. Like these things need to be answered. You're right; those need to be answered too. But you can't trust one person, a rumpus. He just doesn't represent everyone. So Chris, when you run around going, well, Rumpus says, it's like, dude, are you Rumpus's fucking ball cup, or are you just someone who heard Rumpus talk? Because Rumpus doesn't represent the globe. He represents himself, and he does a damn good job at it, except for when he talking in the closed or open system. Because I get it now. It was explained to me exactly how it works, and it's not just a closed or open system. They fool you with that shit. That's what it is. Yeah, there's a whole other thing.
And like one obvious thing to point out, especially to all the Globers, is guys, you don't have to get offended on reality's behalf. If flat earthers slender reality will be just fine. She's a big lady now. She can handle it. Like nothing in the world is going to change because somebody's wrong. You don't have to get offended. You don't have to get triggered. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to scream and shout.
I,
You
I know, I
especially
know, I know, I know, Barney. I know. Damn, I know.
you especially do not have to know the answers that you do not know. If you do not know, it is perfectly fine to say I don't know. If you were wrong, it is perfectly fine to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't know how this worked. I thought it worked this way, but I was wrong. That's fine. That's awesome. That's intellectual honesty. That's what makes you better. If you are the one who is going to come into this conversation and derail the conversation to ask, like if we're talking about refraction and you're going to suddenly start talking about density or gravity or diameter of the sun or what, no, let's have one conversation from start to end, and let's have another conversation from start to end. I'm perfectly fine and confident. I've been through these things enough to know that they all point to the same thing. And if you take any and follow it all the way through, they'll ask, and what about this? Sure, let's go there. Let's have that same conversation. Let's have that whole conversation. And when we go through all the conversations, there will be an evident truth. And there will still be doubt in it. There will be still room. The God of the gaps, what are they? The Boltzmann brains and brain in a vat possibilities of reality being something completely. And that's fine. That's just irrelevant. That doesn't say it's flat. That doesn't say it's round. That says it possibly doesn't even exist. Sure, that's the epistemic uncertainty we live with. Those are our epistemic limits. We don't know everything. We are human. We are fallible.
And I think that's why, like, the religious conversation gets so uncomfortable, because I don't, I don't care who you are. Nobody knows. That's what I bet. No one knows more about that than what you're talking about. That's how no one knows. No one knows about that, and it's the argument is that seems weird to me, because this whole flat Earth, that's a shape, but. And this is my personal opinion, everybody. To me, religion, I thought, and I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in a creator at all. I thought religion was kind of like one of those yourself, like, it was for you. So this whole, because like I hadn't seen, honestly, I've never seen the religious debate before I came, around like the great debate community and flat Earth, and that was all at the same time. I'd never seen that. I've heard debates about everything. I didn't know religion was a debate. That's why when someone asks me if I'm an atheist, I say no, I'm not an atheist. So they go, "Oh, so you believe?" No, I don't believe in it. To me, I was an atheist, but with social media, these communities, atheism no longer means I don't believe. It's the other side. It's the to me is someone who doesn't believe, who wants to convince someone else that God doesn't exist. I don't feel that way. It's not my problem. It's not my belief. But that's my personal thing. I know a lot of people, I am an atheist, but that label, that term, to me seems kind of, I don't want to be that. But that is the debate community was like that as far as I was concerned. If you were atheist, you were attacking. I'm not going to say attacking. You were trying to convince someone who was religious that God didn't exist. That's probably the best way to say it. But it's yeah. Let's see. I was gonna bring up some pictures of refraction and stuff, but I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna wait till next stream. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to put those we can do this things so I was gonna go live yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was depressed. I was like, I'm gonna lose my channel. I had to unmonetize everything. I was like, I gotta make sure, because I was worried that something like a year ago I had something on there, and because I got 2 strikes, I'm worried about the littlest thing giving me a strike now. So if you guys heard the new intro, that's just I have 10 more songs I think that I could possibly use with the comfortability that I won't get a strike. So you guys you're gonna see a lot less videos played. I have a list of ways to know which ones I can watch and use on my stream. But yeah, I did get hit. I know one of those got hit because of music in the background. What was it? I forget the day. It'll be in one of the uploads I do. I'm gonna do the upload. It'll be out tomorrow. It was supposed to be out today, but like I said, I got the strike yesterday, and I was already pissed off and getting everything set up. Metal Slug. I got the first one. I can't show you. I don't want to share the names yet. Well, no, I don't want to share the names for this. Actually, I'm thinking of the human sheeple thing. But for my strikes, there are 2 people in the group, in a group that I know. So I have a good idea what's going on in Chris Berry. But I'm not accusing no one, but I definitely want that channel for channel debate, Chris. And then basically, because of those strikes, YouTube has restricted me from live streaming. I can upload, but I can't live stream. My strikes won't go away for I think 60 to 90 days. I'm gonna do the class, so then I'll be able to live stream it there again with I think one less strike in a month, maybe. But yeah, it's different now, man. I guess since 2018, if they catch me live streaming, they can just take this channel and my other channel, just drop it. They have it in the guidelines now. Do not live stream anywhere else. They don't want you live streaming on a different channel. I haven't clarified with them yet if it's the account or it's you period, because you can link. I think there's you get one account with each email. Well, I have 2, so I have my Sean G, and then its account that goes with it, and this, which is my Truth Soldier one, and then I have this one, which used to be Flat Earth Music. So I had a spare channel, and I needed a channel I can go to, and I think this is where my rants are going to be. Yeah. Not live stream rants like I do every beginning and all that. Just random during the day rants about just shit I rant about. I think I'm going to make that my art. I can rant about anything. I tried. I'm not gonna lie. 2 days ago, guys, I ranted about fucking. Ready? Fruit Loops. I had a rant about Fruit Loops. It went about 4.5 minutes. I was very proud of it, and I stopped myself because I knew if I went for 7 minutes, my brain is mush, and that's not okay. So I had to save those brain cells. But yeah, now I'm talking gibberish. So I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I was up all night dealing with this strike and editing stuff, so I haven't even got to sleep yet. Barney, I will see you tomorrow. I will be live. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll put the link out there. No one seems talkative today, uh, but that's fine. Like I said, I was up all night, so I didn't want to try to be up all day either. So let me get to the chat, and I'll put the link out there for. Hey, I may wake up, and if you're here in the hangout, I'll stop by. But there we go. Yeah, it's out there. So, Barney, I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll probably see you at the Discord if you go over there. I'm going to stop by there for a little bit and then go to bed. But
Sure.
talk to you, or at least talk to you tomorrow.
Good night.
All right, guys. Like I said, I'm tired. I was up all night doing editing and stuff. And I can just say that those four, they had a lot of blah 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 to say, and I'm gonna show it. It's not gonna be one of those you're in it. No, I mean Chris may, because you disrespected me, man, and gloves are off. But what he can find in Mind of God, I mean I do have some respect for them. I mean there's no way I'm not writing them off. No, they're good. They're good peoples, and I like the way. And I like the way Mind of God works with his bridges. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I got some things to take care of, and I'll see you soon. I'll be on tomorrow, and you guys will see me around. But yeah, this is the new spot. Get the word out there, share, like it, please. Dislike it, I don't care. Just let everyone know what's going on, and I'll see you tomorrow.